beats, the flow, the rhythm. All movement starts from the streets. Streets A&R Podcast.
Yeah. I got to decide if I'm from Texas or I'm from Omaha.
At the parade.
Yeah, then from here, hence moving forward.
Okay.
I ain't like, where are you from? You a boxing fan? Yeah. I'm from Omaha, Nebraska.
That's funny.
Mic check.
Mm.
Man. Hey, I get the option.
Yeah.
My daughter from coming from Omaha, Nebraska.
Omaha adopted. You know what I'm saying? Not born and raised, Omaha adopted. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ain't no transplant. You know, I stayed. Even if I leave, I ain't a transplant. I was here. They can't say nothing else. Like,
Yeah. Contributed to the culture.
they like, oh, what high school you go to? I did. You sure? I saw you. No, you didn't. You just been seeing me for the last 10 years.
Man.
You don't know me, cuz.
Mm.
Man, mic check, man. We live again. I'm so glad to be here.
Yes, sir.
I'm in a good mood. Johnny, your eyes look like you in a good mood.
I just woke up.
up.
Yeah, I just woke up. I'm chilling.
Yeah, man. Welcome to the Streets A&R Podcast, man. It's your host, Giddy Jicky with it.
It's your other host, Johnny No Good.
And it's a good Friday, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, today, I ain't gonna lie, man. It's a good day. It's so much happening. Before we even get to the real me, I gotta say, I actually got a lot of changes going on in my life, dog.
Okay.
So, you know, I've been trying to get out of my main job for a while.
Yes, sir.
And I done got up out of my main job. And I done leveled up for real.
Yeah, hey man, where the round of applause at, man? What y'all doing, man?
Man, y'all stop playing with me, man. I'm finna start talking crazy to you hoes out here. Nah, man, CEO out here, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Make it happen, man. But it's all for the good. I've been plugging away since, you know, I've been there almost 10 years doing the actual job. You know, a lot of people know me from DJing and podcasting, but I got a day job. I got a trade, you know what I'm saying? So finally able to get an opportunity to put to test and to really show how much I can do for our neighborhood, you know, in the name of health and public health. So definitely, you know what I'm saying, got a great opportunity. Still gonna be doing this other stuff, but man, it's a blessing to, you know, when the machine works in your favor sometimes, but you still, and it's funny, like you don't get it automatic, like in a field like mine. You still got to show you can do the job and do the work. So having these degrees, but it's cool and it helps put you in a position to, but if you don't got no work behind your name, they'll never put you in that position. So get a nice opportunity to really do something out here. And in the meantime, make some change.
That part.
Shit. We ain't going to struggle for no more cameras. We going to get a new computer. What else we need, young guy? We lights. We getting it.
I already got it written down.
Listen, he gonna add to my list.
I'll send you a list.
He send me. It's already there.
That part.
He been manifesting on the back end. His mama been praying for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, please pay my baby. But definitely putting in work, man. Shout out to young guy too, man. I was at his old stomping grounds at Creighton, man. They was like, he's still working. I'm like, yep. He's still rocking with us, man.
Okay.
Lacing us up, man. So they was happy to see that, man. They definitely were over in Upward Bound, man, getting it in.
Okay.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, definitely got that, man. So that's my thing, man. I'm ready to get to work.
Yes, sir, man. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
You know, to level up, to be around, to see it. Excited to see what's next, man.
Yep. A lot of change. And it's good to be in a place where, for those who don't know, like the nonprofit world, the board can make you or break you. And to have a board that pushed for me to be there and is behind me and wants to see this thing go where it needs to go is already 10 steps ahead of most places. You know what I'm saying? So I can't ask for at least a better opportunity. And you know it ain't perfect. You know how we get down in our neighborhoods, but we got to try to do something. Shout out to Eazy-E.
Man, that part, I think she heard you. She heard the noise. She like, what, celebration time?
Right. But man, other than that, man, today is a good day. For those who don't know, man, shout out to hip hop, man.
Okay.
50 years old, dog.
Man.
Started in a basement on Sedgwick Avenue,
Mm.
73,
Mm.
from a DJ named DJ Kool Herc.
Mm.
Created a genre, and don't even know if he was trying to create a genre. He was just trying to get the party rocking.
Mm.
And we 50 years later deep in this. 50 years later deep. Yeah, man. Shout out, man. Give hip hop some noise, man. Shit, like that. Yeah. Hip hop. You think hip hop? Most people just think music or the sound, but the culture of hip hop, how it permeated everything and shifted everything. Like people forgetting that hip hop really truly started from graffiti artists. Were the first out of those elements. They're the first ones doing their thing, tagging and that counterculture. Like it's funny people talk about counterculture, but hip hop is remixing counterculture to its T. We take anything and make that shit hip, make it cool. That's where it comes from. 70s slang is hip. And hop is movement. So you take that from not only the dance moves and the dance and the flavor of it, but the movements that's pushed from this culture. That's what it was called hip hop. It was the cool movement. It was this is what's happening. This is what we're supposed to be doing. So, man, for it to see where it started, to see how it got shit on, to where it's at now, to the business of hip hop, it's an amazing sight, bro. And I just gonna ask you, Johnny, just coming from hip hop culture, sometimes, some people claim it, some people don't, but like we are of hip hop culture. Coming from it, man, what has it over your lifespan meant to you and to help you get to where you got,
man,
and getting to, and not even done?
Man, I don't know. It's kind of like a multi-tiered question. When I hear questions, I think on all kind of different levels. And what hip hop has meant to me the definition has changed throughout the years. Like, when I was 7 years old and I first discovered my love of hip hop, it meant something totally different than what hip hop meant to me at 15 once I started taking it serious, which is something completely different than what it meant to me at 19, 20, once I started finding purpose in my life and understanding the power of the tongue. So, hip hop in all of its phases has always kind of been like a love-hate relationship with me, and it's like, it's one of those things where, if I think about like the impact that music then had over the course of my life, you think about the Tupacs, you think about the top authorities, you think about the Mr. Lucci's, the Mr. Pookies, you think about the J. Cole's, you think about the Kendricks, you think about the Big L's, you think about the Cassidys, you think about the Lil Waynes, you think about the Joel Santanas, hip hop has always held a special place in my heart. And it's kind of what you was talking about earlier about what it was initially started for, to hip and hop people over certain movements. And so, as a person who does have this love-hate relationship with hip hop, to kind of see over the course of the last 15 years where it has expanded, it has become something global, and it is something that's cultural. Hip hop has a culture within its own self, but within the culture of hip hop itself, right? Like there's a bigger culture, overarching culture, and kind of to see, something that is such a powerful tool, a profound tool, kind of be used and weaponized against us over the course of the last 15 years is something that, I'll be remiss to act like that don't bother me. So like when I think about the entirety of hip hop, my love-hate relationship with it is weird.
Yeah, for sure. It's what people don't like talking about, man, hip hop culture is truly poor black culture. And if you can sprinkle in like your Dominican, Puerto Rican. That's where it come from. It's poor urban city culture and how it's expressed. Because when you poor, you find other uses for things. You learn how to make some shit stretch. And you make it stretch to where it's at least cool to do or be on. You know what I'm saying? And that's everything. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Murphy made, when he was talking about he wants some McDonald's, and his mama made him that patty melt. But shit, we was eating patty melt. What you mean? You know what I'm saying? You still had to figure it out. I don't care if you cried in the corner, but so like that is crazy because a lot of times we don't that's not expressed in hip hop as it goes global, as it goes commercial. That what this really is creativity of poor black culture. That's what hip hop is in its essence. And it is up to, at least we know everybody ain't gonna do it because it's commercialized, so now people just making money. But the people that say it's about who they are and it's about culture and it's about the art, then it's up to those folks to say, well, we got to keep or preserve this in the best way we can. Don't mean you don't make money. It just means don't let money be the only thing, the only factor. Make sure that the art and the culture is still present and prevalent in why you create and how you create.
Yeah, and I think that that's kind of like what you talk about. Money is one aspect, right? But just the aspect of creation in its own self, right? Because like I was on FL Studios. You get what I'm saying? I made my beats on FL Studios. That's not the same as breaking out the Phantom and creating those beats from scratch. So there would be people who would look, I never consider myself a producer. I just consider myself a person who can make beats. There would be people who would look at me because I'm not purely making them and not consider me a producer. I wouldn't consider myself a producer. I'm saying that to say, like, not only is it this element of money making that's distorting the game, it's the element of, are these actually even people that's creating this? And is this actually their own individual talent? You get what I'm saying? Because now with the introduction of AI and all of these other elements, we've been having loop packages and stuff like that. How much of the instrumentation in the music is actually being created by the individuals? And to me, you know, we start getting to a place where creativity is undermined if we allow people to integrate AI and call that creativity. And right. I mean, you know?
No, for sure. And I think I'm not mad at AI, but you got to understand, you now have to tune your ear in to know if this is just something coming from a package and you can hear it. You should be able to know based on the patterns. But that's why I love, like, it's like certain pockets I love. Like, I love producers from Detroit because they still turn the quantize off. So you're not going to be able to AI that because you can hear the slight beat that is slightly off, but it's on. You can hear it with those producers, especially what you would call backpack rappers out of Detroit. So people like, I just got Black Milk's new album, and you can hear Black Milk produces too, so you can hear him getting to it. And I was just listening to Illa G-Day, part of Clear Soul Forces. He been going crazy. I hope he blow up. He might be on my list for the end of the year to blow up because he going crazy. But you hear it, I can hear it. I'm like, that's almost like you almost got to go against the machine and strip it back down to its beginnings. So I think we're actually going to get, in hip-hop, going to get a new wave of musicians who are going to bring up new chords. You're going to have more guitarists bringing in, I'm going to make this chord. More pianists getting new keys to things. And you're going to start to see the experimentation back again, too, to start to get them to separate, say, hey, if you want something real, something we can go on the road with, something live, you coming over here. And we talked about this. There's going to be another renaissance amongst the artists. But, you know, it's crazy because, again, hip-hop is remix culture. It's going to shift again. And sometimes when you go too this way, when it goes too mainstream, it's too cookie cutter, that's when hip-hop culture takes in and says, no, we got to do something fresh. So we're about to see that again in this within next few years. And you're starting to see it now. Like, it was crazy. I was listening to Travis Scott's album, and I seen, you know, some pods talking about it, and they like, it's great. And I listened to it. I was like, this ain't hip-hop, this alternative music. So when did y'all start liking alternative music? This sound like, this is Kanye influence. You can hear that. This sound like my homies over in Sweden, Young Fathers. Sound like something they would have made. But, which is cool, but now if you introduce people to a new style of music, that's great, which hip-hop always does. It pulls from everywhere. So it is hip-hop. Like, it's not hip-hop, it is hip-hop. But learning where them roots are from and like, nah, where is these synths coming from? All right, got it. So it's cool, man. And I think one of the biggest things we forget about in hip-hop is the business side. Like, we forget that the first musical act to get a major licensing deal with a corporate company was Run DMC with Adidas when it came to apparel. It was the first. Nobody had a deal with a clothing or shoe company. And now you look, everybody got a McDonald's meal, Reeboks, Homa. Everybody got everything, but hip hop broke that mold. You know what I'm saying? So That's just something that, again, but from street style, they was up there rocking the Kangos and the Adidas, and they was like, well, we're gonna make this song, why don't we partner? And they made it happen. But it's like that creativity, that hunger, and just coming out of your actual natural culture that you're trying to create has propelled business in this as well. And it was a good day today, I ain't gonna lie, just from music. Like, it wasn't the majors, bro. I thoroughly enjoyed the albums that I bought, that I heard today. Shout out to No Name and shout out to Reason. I ain't got through all the Reason stuff, but it's like it give you that. Oh, they rapping, they in there. On the day like this, I think it was good to not get too much of the, the other stuff. A lot of the non-lyrical
For sure.
hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say what LaRussell be saying because he be coming at them niggas' head. But yeah, man, it's a good day, man. 50 years of something that nobody then they thought was gonna make it.
Like you said, the business aspect, they didn't invest in it. They thought it would be a fad, thought it would last 6 months, So like you said, to see something birth out of somebody's basement, take over the world, influence the world, shift culture, determine culture. I mean, not only is hip hop is it culture itself, is it a culture, but it is culture, like it sets the tone. You look around the world, the global impact, the world then got smaller. You talk about hip hop and basketball going hand in hand, and you look at the expansion of hip hop and basketball across the world, so it's a unique opportunity to bridge the gap.
Fashion, like not just how we dress, but whose fashion house comes and get our people to dress. Louis and Gucci with, Dapper Dan and Pharrell. You know what I'm saying? Literally, they're in charge of.
Yeah, because one of the Charlo brothers, Balenciaga, I think they got.
He got
Balenciaga.
You know what I'm saying? So they're now paying us to wear them white man. But I got a different beef with fashion. But it's cool. At least that speaks to the impact and the influence. I ain't gonna talk my fashion talk. That's different. Get some black designers. But but that's how expansive in the business side and the culture side and how much people pay attention. Even if they don't buy from us directly, they pay attention to the influence, and they know our influence is pushed beyond what any marketing campaign they could do. It don't equate. Go get somebody in hip hop. They'll put it's on now. It breaks the mold every time. So, man, shout out to hip hop, man. I'm excited to see where it starts to spin. The next remix, the next take. The global market is wide open. I'm
just laughing because I'm like, man, like you think about how far it done came. You think about like the commercials, them talking about bling bling and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like.
So it being out, that's an
it's literally,
word.
hip hop is
Bling.
literally like pop culture now. You know what I'm saying? So like it's crazy.
Listen, watching, bro, I miss Stuart Scott on ESPN late night, bro. There was nobody like Stu, bro. Cooler than the other side of the pillow. Man. You know what I'm saying? Just that dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, but from the culture and getting them slots, getting them a shitty slot that turned into a primetime slot. He turned it there because he was hip hop. So all the black folks stayed up, watched Stu after the games. So, it's everything, bro. Like every piece of lingo, every piece of lingo is from us now. Anything that pops.
Man, I be feeling so out of place now. You know what I'm saying? I heard one of the little dudes call a girl a treesh. I said, what's a treesh? You know what I'm saying? Look, like, what's a treesh? Yeah. I'm like, called her a treesh. She talking about he was dropping the Riz. I said, okay, what's the Riz? I said, what's a treesh? Shit. So yeah, shout out to hip hop.
Young guy, what the fuck is a treesh?
From my understanding, it's basically like a
yeah.
But where does it come from? I'm big in the derivative. Where did it derive from?
New York.
But what is it coming from, that word? So, for example, everybody like, I'm going ham, right? Ham wasn't actually H-A-M. It was H-E-M. It was short for mayhem. So now I'm like, oh, that makes sense. You causing mayhem. You was going ham, not ham, right?
But then other people turn ham into an acronym, hard as a motherfucker. So,
right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going ham.
Yeah, so it starts to evolve. So it's crazy. And it's just like Riz, right? Y'all know where Riz come from? You said what?
Cassinet. New York. Cassinet.
Yeah, but do you know where that piece of the word comes from? It comes from charisma.
Charisma.
When you got Riz, you got
He putting her with you hitting her with. Oh, okay. Yeah, no charisma. No, that makes sense. You got the Riz. He tried to hit her with the Riz, try to show her who you are. Yeah.
So but that's the crazy part about hip hop. It's like E40 making up words. You know what I'm saying? Like I got my Gouda. Like you talking about this cheese. You know, cheese is for
yeah.
money.
But now these niggas Delulu and shit like that. These niggas be sounding
They doing a little too. All right, some of y'all need to stop. Just chill out. Your words ain't really correlating to nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, that is the culture, bro. It's pop culture, but that is the culture, man. That shit is amazing. I'm excited to be my part of it. You know, as a DJ doing events and DJing, bro, like I enjoy doing my piece of it and how I decided to go about it, which is an old school route of trying to find them records that people don't got, trying to break records. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to hip hop, man. Definitely a good time, man. You got anything on that?
Nah.
Yeah, man, shit. Yeah. We got something else to talk about. We from motherfucking Omaha.
Listen, I try to set us up with it. You know what I'm saying? When I mention old boy, you know what I'm saying? I try to set us up. We went there.
That was the other Charlo. I don't know which Charlo it is. I can't tell them niggas.
Yeah, that part.
Speaking of Charlo,
man,
got charcoal.
Man, what you about to, man? Because it was just a legendary fight that went down, wasn't it?
Man, you ain't got to say it like that.
I'm asking. Shit, because I was gonna turn it into a joke, you know what I'm saying? Montgomery Brawl, because it was a couple legendary fights that went down, nigga. That's what I was about to say. Which one? Yeah. Montgomery Brawl. That's what I was about to say.
Nigga, I'm tired of these Cherokees. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't even like them. I was like, y'all are crazy,
bro.
God dang,
man. When we get one, we do not let it go. I ain't gonna cap. I've been listening to the song nonstop. Shout out to Unc with the chair, Montgomery Brawl. You know what I'm saying? Not one, but all y'all, Montgomery Brawl. I'm telling you. But yeah, nah, man.
The other one, the official one,
the fight of the year, man.
Fight of the year, official one,
man.
Our guy, man.
Yes, sir.
Two-time undisputed. Only him and the GWOAT.
Yes, sir.
Terrence Bud Crawford.
Yes, sir.
I am coming from Omaha, Nebraska. Coming from I've been here 10 years. My baby here. I got a house here. I got it. So, and I'm out the gym. So, whatever.
That part.
Sorry to all my Texas people. But it is what it is. I tried to tell y'all too. I tried to tell y'all what was going to happen. Y'all ain't want to listen. Y'all ain't want to listen to the real. I see this nigga. Y'all ain't want to listen.
I mean, shit, bro. I like, all right, so my first thought, okay, 10 rounds, Bud gonna get the win. Then once I seen that little interview that Thursday, and he came out with his hands behind his back and he ain't say nothing, I changed it to 5 rounds. I said, oh yeah, he gonna get him out of there in 5, man. That shit was crazy, bro.
Man, I ain't like it for me. I know people talked about the Eminem walkout. They talk about the outfit. I was like, fam, my nigga didn't even want a haircut this fight. All they did was chop the top and line him up. He came out ready to brawl. I was like, what the? This nigga, usually you like, I'm going to get, no.
Montgomery Brawl. But no, he was not fucking around.
He went. And the worst part of we gonna get to the fight. The worst part about the fight was watching the epilogue.
Oh,
and this nigga top golf like, hey man, that's a good shot. Like he didn't just have a fight.
Didn't look like it either.
He had a party with all these celebrities. This nigga got on his little Terrence Bud Everlast jumpsuit on playing Top Golf. He wasn't worried about shit.
Man.
That's how you know you was whooping ass. That was crazy.
Man, like for real, in all seriousness, because I am like a fan of boxing and a fan of the sport, I truly hope Errol can recover from that. Like, it was literally a point in the 7th round where I'm like, bro, if y'all don't stop this shit, like, bro, stop it.
You see me kept running to you.
Yeah.
Like, I was dead. Everybody laughing at me, and then I was like dead serious. Like, I don't like this. I don't want to see what's going to happen because I'm seeing where this is going.
Yeah.
Luckily, the ref stepped in. But he wasn't gonna. It was because he wasn't gonna quit.
That part, and that's really what it is protecting him from himself. That like one thing I will give him credit about is his warrior stance was on full display. Him falling on the shield was on full display, and despite the condition he was in, him doing the post-fight press conference, that's next level, bro. Like as far as like when it comes to sportsmanship, so you know, just definitely got to give him a shout out on that.
You can't say nothing bad about Errol. Like I don't. Other than losing the fight, you can't say nothing bad about this man.
Yeah.
And because a lot of y'all would have packed it up early and showed you was packed. Because it wasn't that he just survived. He was still trying.
Yeah.
He just didn't have his bearings. He was getting knocked around, bro. Like, I'm like, he was trying to throw. Like, I understand why he felt mad at the ref. But he didn't understand what was really going on in there. Like, he was getting whooped up. And I'm like, shit. And it was scared. It got to the point where I was scared for real. Like, man, somebody please call this, because this
what they call it catch and shooting. So the way that Bud was like it's just some shit, bro. Like where it's just like technically just the levels of fighting and the mastery, bro.
The only other person that I've seen he stayed in the pocket, and for those who don't know, it's staying in the pocket, is staying in punching range, not backing out, not hitting and getting out, pulling out. It's staying right there. Hands catching is when somebody hit you. It's like catching it, but with the backside or the front. And shooting is usually with the same hand you caught it with. This man will boom, boom, shoulder roll. That's how he caught the first one. He shoulder rolled into a 2-1. Usually people throw a hook. He did boom, boom, 2 straights. And that battering ram jab, boy, he was. Man,
I ain't gonna cap. I had to, up into the fight. Had to go watch everything around it, and then after the fight, I had to go back through and just watch it. Man, Bud be laying niggas out with that straight, man. That nigga straight is next level. His straight is next level.
He's strong, bro.
His straight is next level.
They keep thinking he not strong because he coming up for 135. Do people know the stat that he's knocked every welterweight out that he fought?
Yeah.
Every one of them, nobody went distance. He got them all out of there at a bigger weight. He started at 135. He had 147. Every 147 he fought got him out of there.
And he talked about it, but I think it was just a switching mentality, because it wasn't like he couldn't have got those dudes out of there before. It was a switching mentality.
Like wanting to destroy, finish the job, finish him. Ain't no waiting around. It don't matter. I remember him in the Sean Porter fight. And they was like, "Hey, you down on the cards?" I remember the round before.
What? Yeah, we was watching it live. What?
And he went like, "All right."
Immediately
switched. And I'm
immediately, because it was a close fight before that.
Yeah, Sean was probably up.
Yeah, it was a close fight.
Sean up just because of points. It wasn't like he was out. It was inactivity on Bud and more activity on Porter. But bro, that was a master. And I feel him when he said that felt like my moment. Everything leading up to it, for it to have to happen when it happened, to where all the belts was on the line.
Man.
To literally putting out on his promo video with Shakur saying, "I think I'm gonna try to get Eminem to walk me out." M saying he a fan, getting M. The names of both of them helped the whole build up to where they didn't have to talk no shit. It was just build up like, "Oh, you the big fish, we gonna fry some fish."
Yep.
And you Bud, we smoking on Bud tonight.
Smoking Bud.
So like the promo of it was just great social media promo material for it. Like everything, Billy. Why you laughing?
Cause man, I'm not laughing at you when you say certain stuff. Like, bro, I really went out and got some fish. I don't even eat fish like that. But like, bro, we literally turned 7/29 into National Fish Fry Day. Like, bro, it was fish fries all across the city. So like, I'm just thinking about everything,
The mayor's got to make that proclamation too.
Yeah.
Not just Bud Day, but it's Fish Fry Day. Because that's. Oh no! So and then shout out to Steven for the dope ass outfit,
Man.
And tying all of it in. That's why it was his night, bro. That was everything tied into him. You know what I'm saying? Like had the net on his stuff, bro. So I'm like, it happened how it was supposed to happen, like he said, and it was magnanimous, a jovial night for my man.
Yes, sir.
And shout out to them, man. That shit was amazing, bro. And I the only thing he said exactly what was gonna happen after. Everybody was gonna find an excuse, and everybody started finding. Even some of my homies like, "Y'all chill out.
Yeah.
Why y'all calling Boots name?" And Bud ain't no punk. Bud done went on. First of all, this man done went on Charlemagne face. Sat in that nigga chair. Sat in his chair. Like,
made him apologize.
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 What did he say?
Say you
Apologize.
sorry.
He said
Say you sorry.
And something else. Yeah, he was on his head, but
Say you was wrong.
Yes,
If you was-
yes.
say you was wrong.
it was funny. But even that, like answering the question, what about Boots? Like, fam, I'm not worried about Boots because I'm 30, about to be 36. If there ain't no money in it, ain't no point in me doing it. I'm on the back end of my career.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, Tank want to move up. I'll fight Tank. You gonna find out, but that's a money fight.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna move up two
Yeah,
classes?
yeah. Buzz started sounding like Money Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? But it's the shift, and I appreciate him stepping into that because like that's what you have to do. It's time for you to take control of your business. He already there. So
What else he know how to do,
That
bro?
part.
Y'all just want to fight people to say he beat everybody you could say his name to beat.
Yeah.
Because he fight Boots, he beat Boots. Y'all gonna say he need to fight that Tim whoever strong dude. And say y'all just wanting to fight people to fight him at this point. He's like, fam, he done won 4 belts in 2 divisions. That ain't never been done in the male side.
Man.
And now he really wants 3.
Yeah, because that's
he-
gonna
Charlo got the
separate him.
rest.
Shh.
Because Charlo got the rest. And I don't think Charlo got to give him up to fight Canelo. I think
He do.
He do. They
He
make
do. And I seen something about that where the dude said that they doing it for the promo, so it's undisputed versus undisputed. But once the bell ring, he got to forfeit him. So I seen Crawford talk about possibly having to fight the winner of that, Charlo and the other dude, you know, for the belts or whatever. But yeah, that's it. That's what he talking about. He trying to go for that 3.
I think he got about, I'm gonna say 3 fights in him. And he got plenty more in him.
Mm-hmm.
But if he can get 3 fights and it's gonna each one of them, wherever them belts land, just know you got this nigga knocking down your door. And he hope Charlo get one. So that'll be the capper. I'm gonna whoop your ass for the last one. That'd be perfect. Give him 3 more. 5 at max. He don't want to take the long. Hey, and he said he'll fight Canelo. Canelo shrink down. He said he'll catch weight 150 like.
I seen that 158, 160. I seen that. Oh, man.
He gonna have to see how his body feel at a heavier weight first, but
Yeah.
because I remember in the early interview, he's like, I ain't stupid. Like,
Yeah.
for my weight class, I'm coming up from a little nigga. Like,
Yeah. And his weight fluctuate. You seen him,
Hello,
you know.
go up to 180, dog.
180. You didn't seen him. Ain't that where what's his name? Bivol? Dimitri
Yeah, that's
Bivol?
who he
Yeah,
got.
that's who he got whooped up by. He-
So you learn your lesson. Like, all right, Canelo went up and
but he did jump. What'd he do? Jump like 2 or 3 for that fight?
he was at 6'2".
Yeah, so he
jumped
he
2.
went
So
up.
that's what I'm saying. When you go up 2, that's why he trying to warn Tank. You can go up 1 and work your way up, but going up 2 immediately, just like what I think Kell Brook went up 2 to fight Canelo. Like, it's your body ain't even used to it. Like, so I don't know, man. But shout out to Bud, man, and putting on for the city. We need a statue.
Man.
Like Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa, he going crazy. He
Like, well, shit, we got one. Rocky, he ain't even real.
Yeah, hey, I'm telling you, Kwanzaa ain't. I just was talking to him before I pulled up. Yeah, I got my stuff in. Yeah, Johnny, we gotta get that statue. Yeah, man. Kwanzaa ain't playing, man.
Rip the horns off that motherfucker. Well, yeah, man, we got the parade, and I think it's finna, like you said it's probably gonna be star studded.
Yeah.
It's people pulling up. It's people already in the city, so.
Man, they got the
Hey.
big after party afterwards.
Got no money. I need to send the thought signal out. Y'all better be out at this parade. Hey, the after party
The
at the
money.
Steelhouse.
Man,
Thought signal. Y'all better come out and stop playing. They gonna be here.
they gonna be there. They gonna be there. You got a Dre Rash T Marshall party. They gonna be there.
Hey, I'm putting the signal out for y'all. You better watch.
Money. I ain't gonna cap, man. You talking about the signal. Montgomery Brawl. That nigga threw the hat up. Bro, it's so many elements to that video, man. Oh my God. It's so many elements to that video. Shout out to little homie who swim, man. They called that nigga Aquaman. They called that nigga Scuba Gooding Jr. You know what I'm saying, man? And C Murder. I ain't gonna cap. C Murder was next level.
Said Jermichael Phelps.
But when they called him Michael B. Phelps, they called him Michael B.
I
Phelps.
think I like Jermichael Phelps.
Jermichael
That shit was
Phelps.
funny. I was like, y'all crazy.
Man,
Oh,
man, shout out to little homie, man. I ain't gonna cap, man. We taking that win for the rest of the year, man.
Hey man, we need to go make a trip to the edge of Nebraska to that black gun shop. I don't know how this shit finna go the next year, rest of this year.
Man,
We better go make a trip.
yes, sir.
We gonna have some money because I leveled up. We going to the edge of Nebraska.
That part.
It just, I'm getting long barrels. Oh man, damn man, shit man. Make sure again, man. Hip Hop Day, can't say enough about it. Shout out to Bud Crawford, man. Terrence Bud Crawford. B&B Boxing, man. Doing it big for the city, man. We don't have professional sports. He is professional sports.
Yes, sir.
For this city, and it's a big monumental moment. People that here don't even grasp the magnitude of what he did.
He even brought boxing back. Boxing was done for. UFC had boxing dead. Nobody was watching boxing. Klitschko, them brothers was gone. Boxing was over with. Yeah. Mayweather, that little era was faded. Like boxing was dead, bro. Boxing was dead.
It was coming back. This year has been a hell of a year for boxing. But this is the one that like, okay, now we back. So now they've eliminated the fear of champions fighting. Now champions gonna fight. There ain't no running from it. Cause now they can be like, well, they fought. He lost. So y'all gotta fight. Yeah. So we're gonna be in a good couple years of whoever got them belts, whoever the top dogs is, they finna brawl. Ain't no array around it. I even heard Eddie Hearn talking about after this Joshua fight tomorrow. Like now they back in negotiation with Wilder. They late because they let me be y'all promoter. Y'all don't know what y'all doing. We going to Playboy and Oprah and Ellen with your shirts off. Joshua, you got to give it up. Them niggas 6'5", 6'7". They got more muscles than your whole ass niggas, and they got more money. They gonna get all your women. This will be the most watched fight by a female audience in the history of boxing.
Yeah.
They better take them demographics.
Yeah.
But it's funny because they back in conversation. Like y'all was supposed to be fought. When y'all were undefeated, y'all were too late. At least Bud and them still had their records. It was shit on the line. It was time to really do it.
Yeah.
And now you got Tyson Fury fighting a UFC nigga instead of fighting Usyk. So they got to get it's not gonna be tolerated anymore. You can't do that. And with this stuff, we're gonna get all this TV paying boxing now. Jake Paul and all them. It's gonna get by the wayside because now we got real big timers.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Once you see, that, it's hard to go over here to the for play stuff,
Yeah. And they had a run because boxing was dying.
Yeah.
Now they know they finna get pushed out the way.
Yeah.
Like he finna have to fight some real people and try to,
and even some of them fights is starting to get more competitive now. Those little fake fights or celebrity influencer fights. Like, real quick, I had watched the fight Mayweather did with the dude from Japan or whatever. That dude was catching Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Like it might have been an exhibition fight, but that dude came to fight. You know what I'm saying? Gotti, that was a different story. But yeah, man. So
it is what it is. Yeah, man. Shit, it's a good day. It looked like a great day outside. Great weekend ahead of us, man.
Yeah.
A lot of buzz in the city. A lot of buzz in music. Everything. Things on the up if you want it to be on the up. So I'm hoping everybody keep their spirits up. Still a lot of shit we battling and out here dealing with. Still real shit happening.
Every day.
But make sure you find your balance. If you're in the rut, find something to balance you back out. It's time, man. We said 23, man. It's Jordan, make the moves, man. It's time to go. It's time to go. It don't mean you at your ultimate level, but it's time to make that shift to where you are in line and going in that direction heavy. Especially with all the shit going on with the economy that ain't nobody talking about. We better get ready.
Yeah.
We better get ready. So get your shit on. Be great at what you do. Be purposeful at what you do, and you'll survive. So yeah, man, we gonna keep it pushing, man. Don't start no brawls in Omaha this weekend. We'll find the wrong nigga.
Man.
It's the wrong nigga weekend.
Man, Omar got them, man. Omar, man. We got them niggas out here, man. Yeah. So just be careful.
Be careful. All of them is registered.
Yeah.
But man, it's good to be back, man, and see y'all and shit. Let's get up out of here, bro. Man, you know where to find the Streets A&R, Streets A&D-R on all platforms. We're on everything but Apple. Follow, subscribe, like, watch, share, comment, put your mama on, put your homies on. If you know me and you ain't subscribed yet, you a mark.
Fighting words.
It's a hands weekend. I'm with it. Catch me with my youngins at the fight match. We finna go 13-0 in there or however many we fight. We getting to it, man. But yeah, man, see us on, on the web and on the enters of the net, man. It's your host, Giddy Jicky with it.
It's your other host, Johnny No Good.
And we out, man.
Peace.
Peace.
The beats, the flow, the rhythm. All movement starts from the streets. Streets A&R Podcast.